Okay, double two things.
How can you go to the journey? I won't go say, I'm going to give me Basala say condition is ready. I saw so. Gesela for condition, that's on to Gesela condition, then Ges had so young one, let her what you watching the war. Gesela condition may be thought. Gesela condition, Magay say, tell Lucian Ganga. Is that Gojad, your destiny chase at the end of the Shindog. Gesela condition, guessing engine. Guessing and jugger, you then know some do. You can there some do. That's on their two. Goja, so that they are chair. Man road at any on Yamo on drogation, touch on Bushera, that's the sun poker. Part there, they end of covers your any. They touch of Goja and Nangate in Shinapo, Cadina, and guesses on the tan. And then want to somebody. Need tissel, near just the guessing on region. She tissela, guessing on rota, thing where some tell to Rivoches on Madonna. Na sono tesi da tona, I have boy arrest, the son tona, and the Peche says the Abusele, when I saw no mother, the Peche says that any human.
So it's on a daily basis, so it's important to do some meditation practice, so which we many of you probably already are doing it, and so the from the meditation practice, so we we want to see some gain some benefit, a real benefit to our life, now and also in future. So we do not want our meditation practice to be some sort of ritual where physical, where you physically sit, some sort of discipline, and then, but then really in that sitting, really there is not really not much happening on one's mental levels. So such that when you after the meditation, when you get up and started to walk on the life, then just completely same, that your mind is completely same, that is just always filled with all sort of mental afflictions. So therefore we always have to which we already know, that what is the meditation practice means to literally means to getting familiarity with, and specifically to practice, so where we are trying to familiarize ourselves or habituating our mind with the virtue, with something virtuous objects, and so therefore there is there's a purpose for why we do this meditation practice. So which is the purpose is to so that this we would like to see this virtuous state of mind to arise within us as a very easily and without much effort, and so therefore this we can if we get used to meditation practice, then then in this way our mind get habituated to virtuous object, and so therefore virtue will then would naturally, it kind of as a pattern of our mental attitude, so it will just arise, and so on the other hand, when we are not mentally not habituated to the a virtuous state of mind, and then how then our mind will be more tend towards the habituating towards the negative or a non-virtuous state of mind, and which we all know, we can clearly see, clearly evident that that we are so negative non-virtuous state of mind is so familiar and so habituated, there's so strong habit in our mind, it's clear from the fact that how it easily arises in us. So really, it's important to think how right now we are kind of alive, and so there is a really opportunity for us to make change and do something about it, and so therefore there is a possibility that, if through the meditation practice, especially if we apply the practice in a right way, in a right way, then we can achieve this result of achieving some habituation of mind towards the virtue. So by doing this, then we would have more virtuous state of mind while we are alive, and then this also means that since our mind is habituated to virtue, then it also means that even at the time when we at the stage of dying, and there's a great chance that this virtue state of mind will arise within us. So, and we, considering, or we ourselves as some who, follower, of the Dharma practice, and so again, so we have to ask this, what sort of, do we really see recognize, or do we really see the benefit of Dharma in our life? If you ask these questions, then we probably would be not really being honest if we think that yes, I could see benefit because I might achieve a state of ultimate state of liberation or state of Buddhahood. If we say that, then we're not really being honest, because in order to be able to say that, really, then we have to see the benefit of the Dharma in this very right moment, in this right time, in this very time, and so therefore we have to, as we always, we understand that really the main the purpose, the main goal of the Dharma, or the focus of the Dharma practice is really to subduing our mind, the negative state of mind, and so therefore we have to. It's very important, first of all, to see the immediate or the more kind of apparent and the direct benefit of Dharma, from in terms of, for example, what is the direct benefit which one can, which is so apparent in the sense is one's own experience, that how if we are able to, if our mind is subdued, or if we have overcomes this negative state of mind, then we have to see that how it then transform ourselves, as a person more calm and happier persons, joyful persons. So we have to. So when we understand that, recognize that, and then from that, this benefit of Dharma, that the benefit of our practice that which we can see in this immediate time frame. So from there, then we can extend the benefit of the Dharma in a long term, ultimate term. Then we will get some sort of true the knowledge and the belief, convictions, will gain in terms of the long-term benefit of the dharmas. So therefore, this is something that I'm not simply emphasizing this when I'm giving Dharma talk to the people, but it's something that I'm trying to implement this practice in my own life. That is to trying to direct all my focus on times and effort towards cultivating a virtuous, state of mind, and I want to. The hope is to be always the state of mind which always accompanied me is something virtuous, some virtuous state of mind. So therefore, I say that how when we think of our mind as our mind, I'll say that our mind is something that which always accompanied, which always goes with us, goes with this self or the I, and so therefore when we say that if we have achieve if you cultivate a virtuous state of mind, and how this can serve as save us, or as a protection from falling into such as like a lower rebirth. So what we're saying is we are talking about if we are accompanied the mind that which virtue state of mind, if that accompanied with us, then not only even in this life, right, in this moment, this life, we will find more happiness, and this mind will prevent from a lot of sufferings, and as well as then this mind, virtue state of mind, which accompanied with us in future, also then prevent us from falling into lower rebirth. So therefore, this benefit of Dharma is in terms of bringing happiness in this life and in future, as well as Dharma is also something which is a path, which itself is a joyful path, leading to the joyful result.
Sen de shedese, sesame shedese, jaja Thomas Sosong Goliar. La Tinisian Sosong Gay Chesson. Sen Daga Roll Chesson, Shimi Shama Tajele, calling Yamara Chesson. Daily do the Magia Shaju shed the Saturday, Runi, that Chesson. Then Gana Sujagari said Nabu Pendua. Dani Dagging, Gay, Dani Dagging, Johnny, say they. Sin Nabu Penda, the quality speak till, take on this. Say Nimbo color law is of 100.
So it is along this line point that we get the meaning, true meaning of when the Buddha said that you are your own master, your own protector, or you are on your own enemies. So so from this angle, so how if we take the responsibility of ourselves, our our future and what we go through, experience in our life, then how like for example through how if we making effort in this our the Dharma practice, and then trying to cultivating this these virtues, developing virtue state of mind and so forth, and with that these responsibilities, self-responsibilities, so then we can ensure a good life and with more joy and happiness in this current life, as well as and in future, and even the life after the future life. So how it has the long-term benefit for ourselves, and all this happiness that we achieve, this is all because resulted from this taking the proper self-responsibilities. So this is how you Buddha saying like you are your own protector. So on the other hand, how if we do not take these responsibilities, and then how we can be destroying our own even this very current potential of this current life, all the with the whatever joys and happiness, and as well as in the future life, and so in this way, so it's saying here, you can be also your own worst enemy as well.
내가도 타되게 제대 세비 제제 대 통제 녀만저로 다다 젠지지 라이세데 뭐다 젠지 그거래 젠지면은 내려 내 정한도 로자 람성거 로자 빼란디와 디가는 지제 반로나 골라래로 제바 제라 지금 매바이 심바다 스요 젠지 라라 젠지면은 다 레리 운수와 레리 온도서는 같이 건지죠 뭐만제기 내가 타주게 전에 대 시외제다 대 통제 녀만저로 사실 얘네 대 삼도 야본대와 센디케선 로사이데 얘네를 센디생 하도 개주들 가지 쪼종하는 가서 개주들 배 야본대와 개주 공변로고야 센디면아 얘네 회사문들 고야지 뭐로 다지 얘네래서 센디면은 고야지 로면 고사바 용거문들 가지 트로지 제지도 개침부 셔라랜디와 일단 다선 대도 다 센디 라이트래 센디제 라이를 니스.
So we now continue with this teaching. So last week, so we stopped at this line which read, "Thus, if you lack joyous perseverance, so you come under the influence of laziness and become poor in good qualities. So you lose every temporary and ultimate purpose of being humans." So, prior to these, so there's also there's quotations from in the Bodhisattva way of life. So how the text talks about the disadvantages of not having the like a joyous effort or joyous perseverance. So, in terms of how if we instead of joyous perseverance, if we fall under the influence of laziness, which is the opposite to the joyous perseverance, and then we can, as it says there in early on, as it said there's one passage which says that then how if you have a if you have a laziness, then that means that you do not possess all the excellent qualities. So therefore there is laziness can be also effect, of course, even if you do in our like a meditation practice. So in fact, if we fall under the influence of laziness, then we either we won't engage in meditation practice, or even if we do it, the practice won't bring any good, cannot become very effective. And also then on the when we talk about this joyous perseverance, so it really we have to understand this important of bringing or cultivating this a joy and positive, very really positive mental attitude, from the in the depth of one's heart, in whatever like the practice, like meditation or the virtuous practice that you are doing. So this is very important, as is emphasized here. So now then goes into the text goes into the division of joyous perseverance.
That's indeed right. Send so gonna tell car then send it so you pay. The lily name is on a then you have a rest and sending pay set and le Montoshu lily name is as well. That's send it so that I in the Mamata send it right, send it send it a kaze or right, I had my leg there, send it shape it.
So the division of joyous perseverance, so which says here, this section on the division of joyous perseverance has two parts. So just to we can recall here that before this section, so the text talks about the section on how to what is the means to generate this joyous perseverance, and then under that section, then it talks about this whole the advantage, contemplating on the advantages of developing this joyous perseverance, and on the other hand, the disadvantages of having laziness. And so therefore, after this, now then it goes to this division of the joyous perseverance. Shombi Manso Shuzini, Kunroja, Tending Rantan, Yapuya. Is that Sendi Soalati, Manso Shuza, Lelo, then Yemen Deriade. That's Raya Nidote, Sendi Shibita into what's So as we understand here that the opposite to the joyous perseverance, so which is important to know, that is the laziness. That's the opposite force to joyous perseverance or effort. Just as we know how when we talk about like a love or love, then the opposite the force to the love is a hatred. Send it on a pair yard, said Montasho the car is a thing. Send it so la mayon get the car is telling you. Don't under the I had the living and under the Rambaya Shuchi, River Lion with you are. Never tell you, Allah, there, Gaja car, Gaja, don't then never you want to read. Send it so you got it, don't send it you want it. He said, send it upon under Losson, I think, and a church down there. Yet there are 10 months to carry the son to the Havana son to Chin. So even we can, our like a rational mind can tell us that if we were to cultivate some like a the certain like a positive state of mind, then we need to know we have to like overcome the opposite to that, and so therefore we have to recognize what is the opposite to that. So therefore, in the same way here, it mentioned here that when we talk about the generating this joyous perseverance, then the text talks about the we have to know the opposite to that, which is the opposite force or the hindrance to that, which is the laziness, and this way to imply that how by overcoming that the hindrances or the opposite forces, then we can naturally can then generate the joyous perseverance. So it says here, the section on the division of joyous perseverance has two parts: the actual divisions, and then the method for developing joyous perseverance. So, as I mentioned last time, so even if we reflect on these order of these, even these outlines, then it will give us some sort of very good understanding why this is explained in this way, and which we can understand there's some sort of logical like sequences there. How the way the outline order of the outline in which this text give the presentations. So so then the actual divisions. So this section on the actual division has three parts. So which is the three divisions of the joyous perseverance. So armor like joyous perseverance of gathering virtue, joyous perseverance of acting for the welfare of living beings. So then the text goes in detail. So the first, the armor-like joyous perseverance. So when Bodhisattva was previously persevered prior to actively engage themselves, they put on the armor of preliminary enthusiastic thought such as. So here, when it obviously says, when bodhisattvas joyously perseverance prior to activities, that is, prior to engaging in their the deeds, the actual deeds, is talking about. So that such the engaging themselves, they put in the armor of preliminary enthusiastic thought. So here, obviously the example or the analogy of wearing an armor, which not so much, these days, if there's any, war, break up, don't know if people have to do that, but maybe, but in early day, for depending on the whatever the field of the battlefield, whether it's the fighting in whether you're using a sword or arch, archery. So before heading to the battle, so the warriors have to wear all these shields to protect themselves, from the strike. So so these analogies and thoughts such as armor or preliminary enthusiastic thoughts such as languages. No. Someday lotion.
Money, Kondo Yuan, Kondo Yun and the Yuan, and that's on the Dana Kawache, Chambo, Tudo, Yin Big, Nija, Side Big, Ka Chambo, Trumba, Sanja, Sha, Matra, Jiji, had them to Chunga Jiriama, Jiji, Seji, Jig, Duma Sai, Shadi, that there. Tit trolling the Bakan, that is the Kocha, Seji Jig. Ye garibo kare nga sinji ching dunga sai shado dane ra senje nya khona ne na yo ne ne che da suje to ban jo joro chi to xie te zoje se zamba xia ba ne senji chu ba ma to na da ta zun te ne te da se che ne xue xia ba ne cause sense Tony de Zulu combo toba, had con Tocha, Tocha, Mudimidri, Koji Chegata. Da, then, or Kache Yerimo Karepa, Yundiga Pachi, Yenayom, Ranyo, Yena, Sense Ching itself, Duma Sai, Shadow and Achata, Sense Nya Kona Neni, Toba, Soja Toba and Janayo, Roa Shechi, Zoju, the Sambach. Samba Shella, Sendila Shuba, Matuna, the Matusa dead, the son dead, the news are condos low young yard. You are no die young yard, that's on to Tenisa Condology, Jang Dua, Joala Pa, Shevala Pa, Manjiving and accordingly, Tongo yard.
So if I read again, so when bodhisattvas joyously persevere prior to actively engage themselves, they put on the armor of a preliminary enthusiastic thought such as, for a trillion sets of three immeasurably great aeons, each composed of days as long as 1,000 great aeons, I shall not relinquish my practice of joyous perseverance. So the measurement of time, so which I'll leave up to you to find out what is said here. So basically, like the as long as it it goes as like infinite, and I shall not relinquish my practice of joyous perseverance. So it's the here. So it talks about how before engaging in the actual deeds, bodhisattva's deeds, how the bodhisattva kind of train their mind in terms of developing this like a spirit, the bodhisattva spirit or the courage, and which as it says here. So for the sake of relieving the suffering of a single living being, so I would rejoice at remaining only as a hell being until I attain Buddhahood. So see how as a part of this such a training the mind, even before this is before engaging the deeds. So the training mind such that the mind such that they will resolve or determine to even to in order to for the sake of even for our one sentient beings, they would determine to stay in a hell realms and in for the duration, like as in countless or in the infinite times, whatever it takes. So they make that kind of determinations.
Dunga kande chena ye tino sencha pemba ji tona tino ban juni tende yung togo santa tene re ta ngando reji kona ngando kale moyo marwan de ngene chi haje kabo je re de kona yung kesre dene ngando somdo na yapo de wa kaane ka pa de ngi chin sencha la pemba ji ngi chi dunga tondo le ni dala dunga sa che so so na chi they are drawing so three cell in corner. They would allow some theatre coaches and it was.
So read. So I would for the sake of relieving the suffering of a single living being. So I would rejoice at remaining only as a hell being until I attain Buddhahood. So as I exert myself in this manner for the sake of complete enlightenment, so what need is there to mention my perseverance over a shorter period or in the face of lesser sufferings? So the implication is that when your mental courage or this determination has reached to such a very high level that even, like as he said here, even for the sake of one sentient beings, to free one sentient beings, if one is prepared to determine to remain in the hell realms for the countless the aeons of time. So when you determine that, so therefore then it is saying here then to all the as it says here, as I extend myself in the manner for the sake of complete enlightenment, then what need is there to mention my perseverance over a shorter period or in the face of lesser suffering? So all become very very, very easy. So of course when we actually think of over this, what these bodhisattvas the courage, though probably it in real terms, so maybe we might see it as completely extremely difficult to have such determination. But however, at the same time, we have to understand here is that it is possible to even to our this very this mind, our ordinary mind, which cannot even comprehend this. If we by training this mind, by familiar, like as we said before, habituating our mind with such a determine such a thought, then at least we can say it is possible to reach to our mental spirit, for the courage to reach to that level. So therefore, it is for us it's important to train as much as possible to in our practice to even to mentally, we're trying to wish that we can to be able to liberate others from sufferings, or to place them on the state of happiness. So we train our mind, and it is said that if we train our mind, and then really it is by the force of this mind, then it becomes possible, to be able to actually be able to cause or to create certain actions, to act, do deeds to liberate other beings, or and to place them in to the state of happiness.
Lam Rim Chen Mo, Pada Mepe, Judging, Tiba Shena, Sende, Tedo, Demba, Tachimi, La Diota, the other.
Just continue the reading. So such is the joyous perseverance that is like armor. A bodhisattva who produces even an aspiration for or just faith in such joyous perseverance is steadfast. So how much more so one who is endowed with this perseverance, given that he or she develops the measureless cause for joyously persevering for the sake of unsurpassed enlightenment. Se shuba kawa she gibi shakawa chin meba ta shusani su that sheniyama ta something so the bodhisattva's levels says that for such a person there is absolutely no action for the sake of others and for enlightenment that is discouraging or entails hardships.
Dendai sombala komba shina teba chenbi rinja nipa senyenbi jendo yung shawo royi yung shawo dendai jene da sombala komba shina teba chenbi rinja nipa senyenbi general Zhongwa Xiao Thing. Tabachi is Ni Chimbaji, Tabachi is the new by general is nothing in it. Church says Yala Jano, I don't church Norman Dongdua, Tabachi is region Nipa. I said Nipa, region Nipa. Tabachi says the no Ni Chimbaji, she said Jila, taking it. Ni Chimbaji, general. Shunju say Jinlan never know the Aiza, then you go do that I Sombala Comba Shinana, Tava Championship, the region, Nipi, Nipa separate region, Nipa sang Yambi, sang Yambadas, Nipa, sang Yambi, then Jen draw, sing Yambi, then Jen draw, then Joa Shagari, and it. Shunju say, that you go do that, that's a question, then. Then is your say she didn't know the Tabachin receive, didn't know how you're going to do that's
and then continue. So when you become conditions to such a state of mind, so it becomes the definite cause of awakening your potential for the Mahayana lineage. Train in it. So this says when he says when you become conditioned to it, conditioned to such a state of mind. So this referring to the what has been said before, which is the training our mind or habituating our mind to that the bodhisattvas, bodhisattva spirit. So it's saying so such training can then actually result in awakening, as it says here, awakening your potential for the body, for the Mahayana lineage. So awakening or activating your the Mahayana lineage. So which normally is the point when you able to when this the great compassion arise within your mind. So that is the not usually considered as the awakening, as a sign of awakening your Mahayana lineage or the potential for the Mahayana lineage. So therefore, this is also, we can also take this as not only as a very such training, mind training, as a very important cause to awaken this our Mahayana lineage, which is great compassion. So therefore, it is also a very important cause to generate or arouse the Bodhicitta mind as well.
That's it. That's somebody going to do what that's a past evangelio, past device. Caution, coin, Saturday, you saw the judge, repeat, and you don't send your law, tender, some bitch, the long judge, and the theories, long theory, Kawa Johnson, and the church, and the Tony, Shanchu Chon, say, change your law, and no man so yet. Degi Jeju Nije Shoan Me, Shanchu Tomba, then Jelu Mebanjas, Conce Rongi Dunga, set on sheets, you quite said Rongi Dunga, then Mazebi said the little Kocha Tembo, why, Techen Shechana, though you power Nije the Moche La, Nije, on the Jala, Yota Loma. And then
just going to continue the reading. So just do the reading. Concerning the armor like Joyous Perseverance, the compendium of the perfection says, in as many aeons as there are drops of water in the ocean, aeons in which the years are composed of long drawn out days and nights equal in durations, even to the temporal limit of cyclic existence. So you produce the spirit of supreme enlightenment once. So though you likewise have to accomplish every other collections, so you do not become disheartened because of your compassion, and undiscouraged you achieve the sublime enlightenments to generate this immeasurable steadfast armor, while disregarding your suffering in cyclic existence, is declared the first proper undertaking for the disciplined hero possessed of compassion.
Kowa Tomene da ba yenje la sha shi bi chin ne sancha sha shi bi den da shi bi lo se da do jin yin de lo shi bi chin lo men cha shina yo xiang ju se ji xie xi su jie ji jin de tong a nda wa gong ge leng ge xian mi zhou dong ya ba jie ge san jie ji Gage the said, Sheba Shila, the ended Sunday Sanjay, Tonja said, Sheba Shiba, Shiba, Shag Gichon, Maju Beach and the Chenda, Gocha, Maju, Gocha, Maze Beach and the Lottie Mazebach and Shiba, Lottie Mazebali, Susos, Gocha maybe, what is and she's all that. Machine loading there, that are going there, and the long bus, that they know that is
Then they continue with the text, so which in a way, they clarify the meaning of that above passage from the Compendium of the Perfections. It says, furthermore, even if it took you 100,000 years to produce this spirit of enlightenment once and to see one Buddha, so where each year is composed of 12 months, so each month of 30 days, and each day as long as the time from beginningless cycle existent to the presence. And even if it took you this length of time, so to multiply by the number of grains of sand in the Ganges River to know the mind and the behavior of one living beings. So you similarly must come to know the minds and the behavior of all living beings. So the teaching of Aksyamati Sutra says the armor of being undaunted is the inexhaustible armor. It is armor like joyous perseverance of the highest calibers.
Tabi shar, tabi, la shamadobi, jencho dan jeshis. Ye chaza reala, gawa teso nyanda, soja, tate chidre, tatumbo, deshin dangene tenisa, denisa da shen sabaya, so padma do, draw padma se, son deni, so da, shen sabi jengdua, da. Da son dona, ramadan, denda ye, son bare, shen nina, so pad. So tai ba pa de la da ju zu shi da de ba pa da me ba ju ta la sham do be jen chu den je shi lo de ba li sham do ba da ta lu to ba li den da na si ka chen de li sham do ma re sta de ko je yi sang go da yedo lodo da tani chi ngege ta senje teji chi zenji matumwa chi tiri da koni shengu da yeribi ke shengu ya chi ta son te tu de ta ni chi ta chi shere da de.
And then continue, so this kind of continue in short, which then the Tsongkhapa summarizes. In short, so if you can generate a single attitude such as this, so you easily complete limitless accumulation and purify measureless obscurations. So this becomes the most excellent cause for never turning back, by just being joyful, no matter how long it takes, which is you quickly become a Buddha. So those who want to become a Buddha in a short time, but take no joy at all in the limitless deeds and great length of time required, take a very long time to reach Buddhahood, because they thereby fail to produce the wonderful courage of the conqueror's children. So after you have put on such armor, you joyously preserve for two purposes. So in here, so essentially talks about how these training our mind in generating these bodhisattva, such bodhisattva spirit, to which is essentially to where you think in terms of the following your the practice of benefiting others in a very, very long period of time, not in a very short period. So even in our own practice, so we got to think of not just directing our practice for the duration of only for a day or a month or the years. So rather we should extend that for a day to the month to year and the life after life. So in that way, so how it says this has the such kind of cultivating such kind of spirits can serve as a cause to accumulate enormous merit and to purify the obscuration and and so forth.
Ye chata rewa la gawa te so de nyen de so ja la nyen de ba ye ka de ka wa she ni sang nge shi sheng chu de la se se xia de ge se se ba de ni ge de ge la so nyen de ja re sa xia ba ta ye ba la de che ria so la zhou a jin yong me ba ta de ang zo la go re de tun ni so ja de ta de ang zo la de xia xia never no so jala chiri wanja yedesa ra karasene jase noje nito chede shewala ke sinjivi shiro ta de namdo tesina ngenele ando ta son tende tepen sinapel de wate ye chata rewa gawa te todo nyen sojare nyen sojan ta gocha tenchen la gares te me a che tene sheba tai ba ne sheba tai ba re te tunge se le tene jenyo che de me ba ye tunge se la sojan de ba na ta sojala che rewa je yu che ye ye te ye de ri ye rewa Geshe ji ni to che ne me de shin a la che de ke sin ji sha lo sa re xiang ge ro ji se ni nga de xiang ge ro de che ni to chu zo na de shin ye na de lo zo ni ra ka de ni se ye de lan lo lan de ko ja ge ba ta nga la ni wa ni se ge ha wa de da ko le che ji jia ba nya ni de la nge ne ge ji ji ta xin yin zo ba de yong ge ra Zuganin Rebugara, Chicken, Ganyan Rebugata, Chicken, a kitchen la, Tashi Zotabanga, Chechi, Yan, Joseph, Mother. Yeah, it's not something to the right. You thought the men and dog showing several and you the chase or something in it. They happen to get my Japan, that's on theatre. Jason, you thought like men the sure like Shewa like Kessinji, Shadows and that. Then it meant that you tell us, I can't get there. That's something that they are going to do.
So just going back to the meaning of this line, which says, by just being joyful, no matter how long it takes, so you quickly become a Buddha. So this relates to the true Bodhisattva spirits. So where Bodhisattva takes more joy, and if they see it takes longer, they have to work to benefit or to rescue other beings. And then then this line continues when it says, those who want to become a Buddha in a short time, but take no joy at all in the limited deeds and great length of time required, take a very long time to reach Buddhahood. That's referred to us. So the in so and then take a very long time to reach, and then because they thereby fail to produce the wonderful courage of the conqueror's children. So this is like to have such a very short-sighted, so it acts like rather like a hindrances, like obstacles. So therefore it says here, after you have put on such armor, so we have to, the shield or wear such armor, you joyously persevere for two purposes.
대답이 고치지네 고차 괜히 고차 괜히 다 공개되다 진짜 전지 좀봐 라다니 다 공개되죠 다 고차 되는 거는 다 전지서 로라 반주고 알아듣.
So there's two. So after you have put on such armors, so you joyously persevere for two purposes: to gather virtue and to act for the welfare of living beings.
should you about Daba Shai, shut the Tetalas in the yo, something in it. Cocha take on it. Well, Jambaton, Sandra Sweet, Zabago, Sandy, then so that I pass it through with Nyola, the Gachi, Nyola, see, going with that. Tell you, she's so bunny. Cocha taken, Nene, Jimbala, Le Loche, Colton of Puma, but you don't about you, Le Loche gets us. Then, all I thought, Central Chazana. Karina Tangene, Santa Sutogi, Nene, Neka Carton, Cinemati, that in Shetunola the Red, Shetu Teta La Yoa was, Teta La Yoa was, I'm going to Koja Ting, Winnie, Gachi the Tiger, Shetunola La Yoing Res and
so then the Joyce text says a joyous perseverance of gathering virtue. So the joyous perseverance of gathering virtue is applying yourself to the practice of the 6 perfections in order to properly accomplish them. So how we find here how the having by wearing this armor of this joyous perseverance and then then the bodhisattvas then engages in this perseverance, joyous perseverance of gathering virtues, so which here referring to mainly referring to these the 6 perfections, deeds of like giving, moral ethics, patience, concentration, and wisdom, and so forth, and then the essentially what we can understand how these because of this the wearing this armor that of the joyous perseverance, so that the bodhisattvas will be will be very wouldn't face any obstacles or hindrances in these the performance of their deeds, such as even in perfection of giving, in terms of giving their they do not face any hindrance in terms of giving their their whatever they have to give, such as the body, their the virtues and the possession and so forth. So likewise in engaging in the perfection of moral ethics, so under all circumstances, so they will be able to maintain their the perfection of moral ethics and so forth. Then the next one, the joyous perseverance of acting for the welfare of living beings. So the joyous perseverance of acting for the welfare of living beings is properly applying yourself to the practice of the 11 activity for others' welfares. So these we discuss in the past, and also if you refer to the liberation in the palm of hand, so there's the whole explanation, and just if the find out those the 11 activities for others' welfare in the liberation in the palm of hand.
Gachi Tonje Xiao never the pay Pewandala Levis, Leche in Yolena, Shadaja the get me catch a was. There you get the chambers in the Shawali, Uni, called Lashi, Jo Deva, Yosa, Zoban Tony, here Lady Jabashawa, Shinjuga, Tindy Leviton Mati, they say, you are there, I wouldn't the Japanese. There's a song over there. nga sheba ta soni je ka che son che so ni se da chero za go go re de ji song ge nge ta ba ra nga sheba da soni la ge re soni ji ja che de ka che che ne ra sheba lian je ne ka che sa son che sheba ne ba da ba da ka re la ge ma sheba sheba de ne ra ka yi ka bi chi ma sheba sheba si je sen di che sheba ne ba de si je sen di che ne a pa chi sen di che ge la la ra le bien da che bi nyo le na sha da je ka chen bo re ka che wo sa de yo da la ke de chen bo sha wa le je yu ni ko la chi yong de la shang de la yo sa zo ban tong yin de le je ba sha wo sa de den chen su da sha.
And then it goes to the method of developing joyous perseverance. So the text, continues. After if you realize that how wonderful to to have such a perseverance, so joyous perseverance, and then it goes on to explain the method of developing joyous perseverance. So as explained above, since you produce, maintain, and increase all the virtue and the two collections in dependence upon joyous perseverance, the practice that develops it is very crucial. So here we understand that if it is we have to depends on our joyous perseverance. If we have to, when it says here to produce the virtue, that means to produce a virtue or generate virtue that which we have not yet produced or generated, and then to develop, that means ones which have generated, to how to to developing it, increasing it, and to sort of the where's I lost. So maintain it, that is to prevent it from declining or the decrease. So it's just emphasizing how all these are dependent upon this joyous perseverance. So I shall continue. The text continues. I should discuss the systems of the text of the great scholar and adept Shantideva, so engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds. So the explanation will be based on that the Shantideva's the chapter on the joyous effort. So noting that it is complete as well as it's easy to understand and to sustain in practice. So the method of developing joyous perseverance has 4 parts. The first, eliminating unfavorable conditions that prevent joyous perseverance. Second, gathering the forces of the unfavorable conditions. Third, based on the elimination of unfavorable conditions and the accumulation of favorable conditions, so being intent on joyously persevering. Then fourth, how to use joyous perseverance to make the mind and body serviceable.
Neban Ponyo Manjubachi Ra Dage Tenda Dra Gala Yote Shuni Manjubachi Nidra Renim Loga Shumashin, the Gomar, them and the Rotinia, Chabika is in the Gomar, Renim and the Loga Mashubat in the Majibati, the Loga, Dungan Rotinia, and the Lauda, the Lola, Majubala, Niti, and Reniban, Majubat, them under another day. She Chena, the Apusia, the Mantua, and Juama. Dog is tender. Kalani se te chasan da de nge chi nye ko ma shu pa de na ro ma shu ni fan de de thong yo men ju ba do da ge ten da kalani nyo de ne shu ni men ju pa ni de wa se de da de ni men lo ga ma shu ba se de ro ten ye che be ka yin be se yin ba yin no mo no ti ka te ma re sta se san do da ya de ya bu so to Jennifer, Manjupado, Dog is tender, Kalani, Yoda, Shuni, Manjupa, Yanetta.
So they continue of the four. The first one, which is eliminating unfavorable conditions that prevent joyous perseverance. So has two parts. So the first, identifying factors incompatible with joyous perseverance, employing the method to eliminate the incompatible factors. So the first, identifying the factors incompatible with joyous perseverance. So there are two factors incompatible with entering the path. So the first, not entering, even though you see that you can do the practice. And the second, not entering because you become discouraged, thinking, how can I do such a practice? So indeed, there is also not practicing because you are unconcerned with whether you are capable or not. But this is irrelevant here, since this explanation is for those perceiving liberations.
Da do the long ye, Yoni, Shushu Shibi, Leloki. Then merger Shang Yamba, then Shang Yam, member, Shang member, Tamiji, Shang, no like Choppy, Sanjin never was. I think they're taking it. Mother, yes, Garo, Chuji, no, yes, so Takali Kong, that is. Then major tonight, major, on a shang yabala Chinese, and shang membala Chinese, and Sanji tis Sanji and chilling Juchi Gomar. That's a young drug.
And then the goes on with the elaborating those subheadings. So we're saying within the first factor, so there are two possibilities. So you have the laziness of procrastinations, thinking there is still time, and second, you are not procrastinating, but you are overwhelmed by your attachment to inferior and common activities. No.
Angela Shebatum, Julio Dani, Nyaba was that, and she has not there. That lady just that, yeah.
And then continue with the in this vein, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says the factors incompatible with joyous perseverance are said to be laziness, adhering to what is ignoble, and self-contempt out of discouragement.
They aren't maybe the roller chopper, ninja, they are a seven, koala, the Shoshi map, Shoshi map on the years, Chadi Deva, Yole de Ronyo, the nearly temperature, Seba Yitin, Koi, Yonga, Masho Yi, Lala Nyan, yes, that is someone there. You know, Hella than Koala Sham, the Chimashabache, dead is the other day, no one Anthony, the only day, Lika Malia, they know what I'm on the Lika, then you let it, huh? Nyole do deala dos maybe the rolla chapa dos ni jese deala paseni ni gua de na yong de lelo pizza shoshi de hua shoshi ma de ta leli jere ha ko de na nyole de ronyo do ni la tembe che se ba yin ko ye je de dong ma so la lelo ni wa she wa je lelo ni ba she ngore se da de de ni lelo she da sang de zu ya.
So is that okay? Is that stopping the laziness of procrastinations? These involve the following 3 meditations. So you contemplate that the body you have at present is rapidly causes for the production. Sort of a bit further up. Causes for the production of laziness are indolence. So to understanding that when we fall into the influence of laziness, so there is a cause. The laziness, we fall into influence of laziness because of certain causes and conditions. Because and so therefore because without cause and condition, we won't be, laziness won't have influence on us. So it says here, causes for the production of laziness are indolence, attachment to the taste of inferior pleasure, craving the pleasure of sleep, and a lack of disenchantment and with cyclic existence. So and then the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds states laziness arises from craving based upon indolence, enjoyment of pleasure and sleep, and from a lack of enchantment and with the suffering of cyclic existence. So these meanings are quite clear, it's quite self-explanatory. So how laziness can prevent us, from, even if we are interested in engaging our practice, and even if we know that we have the ability to practice, but however the reason why we don't engage in the practice is because of the laziness. So this also we can also relate these to our mundane activities as well. Sometimes we might have some very important work to finish, but then which we know that we have to finish, we have to do it, but then we decided to lie and sleep. So in a way, the sleepiness is also regarded as a form of laziness. So then goes some assert that first 2 lines indicate the form that laziness takes rather than its causes. Then goes employing the method to eliminate the incompatible factors has 3 parts: stopping the laziness of procrastinations, stopping the attachment to ignoble activities, stopping discouragement or self-contempt. No. No.
there's a little banana, Jeep, and a shishos as your mind, than the little conyan gin rose and the Chizamadua. Then she would Neroton Hadosa. Mene, Chimadana, other G, Neroton at the Chen, other Yaneti, then there's some Madua. Lion tells them the Nyaka, Sir Goni, the lawyer, the Zimbiga, Lelo Kani, Lumet, the Jilla Shawagos, Tanganada. Lawyer got in, there is Sundana, then Lumet, the Danzibuta, the Shang that, and the Santo Shizu, Lelo Yan, and the Santo Gada. Lit someone and Jigre Sassanat. Near the Jigre. Yen the Jenny, Tarisha, no Jerek, and Rosang and Da, then the Matio Mare is a son tell on the one. Then lying tells somebody near car, Sir Sonis, the near the cover. Sir, near car told that, they met to Marilla, they're sending on it, and all lawyer, the children Zamba, the Lelo Carne, Lome, the Jilla Shell, the Passanto, the Jing and other Santo to catch him. He put a shell, Agonoa. That you hear, yes, that you long hair, three machines, long hair, shed, then it don't know. Three shares, she sent a tiring in shares. So that Lenyaga, that's it, that you have got the chicken at Tari, that's a yen shares, you know, couldn't join me. Tata Nin Shagan, she should Lula, yes, and Pegmara, Chawa Kadi, Kada, Hako. So that's on the second one, the lawyer that Yana Lomet, Jessia, that's on the Apple Toga, the Mando Leloton, the Mando, the Lelochen, that's a little the little by Yundan Jiba, that's all good. You are. How much you are so sick of God. She would never don't she's on men the one, then don't and the Niman was I am my test on two goddess. Hang in the to us on the other, you are. There's somebody name. Yeah, goddess, near Katam was at him good. Jigan near Katam, we are there. There's such a person to that, lawyer the pardon, Lomet, that Jilia, younger, some tattoo over there. Pashiago, mother chitty will let a lesson, some that over us, that you hear, yes, lawyer, semi. Shashes a lelo legarella, some that over a second you are.
Okay, so the stopping the laziness or procrastinations, which these involve the following three meditations. So you contemplate that the body you have at present is rapidly disintegrating. That after death, so you will fall into miserable realms, and that it will be difficult to find an excellent life such as these ones are gains. So meditate on this. Stop the laziness that holds to the notion that there is plenty of time, thereby generating the conviction in your mind that there is no time to spare. So it's so as clearly advised here. So how when this as a remedy to overcome this laziness or procrastination. So that is to always to putting off the time to practice, or practicing dharmas, saying that I'll do the next day or the day after, and so on. Then you never find, you never seize a time to do the dharma practice. So, in fact, according to this great the master Gungtang Jamyang, who said that the time of the time for practicing Dharma is right now. So this is to so in this way is to, in order to cultivate such thought that either now or never. So it then, or in another word, to to counteract this the laziness or procrastination. So as it says here, so we should contemplate on these 3 points, which is quite clearly said here, to thinking of how the life, our present, the body you have at present is rapidly disintegration. This thinking of the impermanent nature of this this life, and so therefore, there is no guarantee that even if therefore it is wrong to think that we can do it. We can to putting off the time or to procrastinate, and because of this fact, and then to thinking furthermore, thinking of how after if we at the after the end of this life, then what are where we go. And then, of course, so there's only 2. That is either to go to the lower, to the bad migrations, or to the happy migrations. So there's only 2. So therefore, one thinking the reflecting or the contemplating on this impermanent nature, and how if one doesn't seize these opportunities of practice of Dharma, then how one will be putting oneself at risk in falling into lower regions, and then how then also into risk of never finding the right opportunity to, or the freedom to practice Dharma.
tende tende ko kachi tende yusandu da son de da sha nyamba la cha pa se da shejo la she ya ma she song xian no she shejo le le ngo de song de dong zu de she song a tene da she bu chung ga she de sa ko sa sha nyamba la cha pa la ga pa sha nyamba member la ba cha ni tene te jo dong te pa de se je ni de de ge de de wa da de che de chen ya.
So it says here, so these 3 meditations were explained earlier in the section on the person of small capacities. So in terms of our practice, so we realize how important it is to overcome this laziness of the procrastinations. Otherwise, without overcoming that, then we will never engage in the practice. And so one of the things which probably the most effective and the powerful meditation to overcome this specific laziness is as said here, as instructed here, is to really to meditating or reflecting on the death impermanence, and so when someone who have really gained some sort of experience or this of these such meditations, then would really then find whatsoever, really find no meanings, no in any object of this, even any pleasure of this life, and everything that the seemingly such all these attractions of this life, distraction of this life, so it all seems completely meaningless, and so such is the effect, such, that the power that such, when this meditation on death impermanence can bring in our mind, and which has the benefit or the effects of motivating us in practicing the dharmas. Then
some te to shi de bu ne ba ne te some do na de li je cha ma da son chen de le de xian ba ma chun ro chen de xian ba chun ro de ya yong ge ya ma no chen de xian ba chen ba ji rong cha ma de ju ju ma de ma yong de de ka je ga de chen de le ji pu so le xian ba ki je yong ba rong cha ma de ba ju ju de ma de ma yong de nge ne de nga chan de nga shi bo shen ke 갈리 가면 누가 자 뒤가를 제가 하세는 래 세우들 다 현바키 제용 얘네가 선도나 야보여 맞대 선도나 챈들이 현바때 춘런 내가 챈로 그래 잔디보 야보용 그래 나 잔디 대치 때내 그래 챈디 그전에 현바 말로나 잔디 뒤야 마찬 만디 받으면 가도 다 강한용 되고 다 선대 다 상년바 차비라고 내려가 봐 있야.
So this meditation on death impermanence also directly really counteracts our clinging or the attachment to this the object of this life, this the worldly life, and so in fact if we're able to diminish this such attachment and to this the pleasure or this object of this life, so in fact the effect of such meditation will bring more satisfactions, bring more satisfaction and happiness even in this current life, because the fact that we find no satisfactions, the fact that there's no contentment in our life, in the no matter what we do, what we possess, so it's more to do with our this related to our this uncontented mind. So because of the attachment, strong attachment, and so therefore how as long as this attachment is not diminished and not really overcome, so there is you going to always have to see, perceive your lives as always been something's been empty, something been missing, something being not right, and so therefore there is no you cannot find a true sense of no satisfaction in the life. No.
Don't be chin, Tata, Taring, Geshe, don't be chin, there's a Jenny, Gawan, Tayeban, Jun, Jayemba, Hansa. There may be the Chacho, Ma, the Geba, soon, no, de, Chambo, Nova Shabadan, Shamayo, don't want them back. No, she, that's Tony, then go by Shavos, that I did it. Chick pass what in Janet and Yabunda. Then it's on the shang about a shop at young Mary.
So then goes to the next section, which is stopping attachment to ignoble activities. So you see that the sublime teachings is the source of endless joy in these and future lives, and you lose its great purpose when you are distracted in idle chatter and amusement, which are the source of such pointless suffering later. So meditate on this and stop your attachment. So this again the touches on the thinking on the one thinking on the rather thinking on the benefits of practicing dharmas and those. So engaging in the Bodhisattva states, how could you abandon the source of infinite joy, the highest of pleasure, the sublime teaching, and delight in distractions and amusement that are the causes of sufferings? Also.
Choa told Panayon, Pachu, Pachin Roandas. Delhi, you say, Tajas, and so jelly you met, that you would the Kasha the others on the minute. She said, Tis and Chola Chichi shed though. Lebo Gondovers, Lebo Gondo, sang it in a Gatiga Dichi Yares, and Gato Yoma Gichi Yares. Gati Dijan Chad Pagal and Chatol Pine, Chatol Panayo, Pachutene, Pine Chun Run, you Gabo Yung, Guy Trojan one. That takes a pass on to the road, telling it to Moshe, takes you about it. That's on taking, and I have opened the
So we'll leave the teaching here, and with this, from the writings of the Kung Tang Jamyangs, who said that so therefore, for these reasons, so one should engage in Dharma practice, so that even if your this body will deteriorate in age, and then but there will be through the as a benefit of the practice, so you will gain some sort of a joy and confidence within a sort of self-confidence within joyful like a self-confidence within your mind, within yourself, that such that with that confidence, such that even you cannot, that of course you cannot, even though you cannot avoid, you cannot stop the death, but however when it comes, when the death comes, it is, but rather it is your feeling is just like a child, to meeting or their parents. So you feel this.
You go outside and home come very happy. No? That's very happy days. I'm going. No. I go home. I see mommy there. I see mommy. I see mommy. Then yeah, the lot. The chat over yard. Then chat home. That part chose a hack. Didn't catch a layer. Then yes. Lot you shall and didn't catch it in less one. Getting about last one. Your name. You're not in it. So somebody zumbo thing, get the shot and get it. So somebody zumbo said, Yapu Shuchi, road the other, yell the other, road trombos, yell trombos. That's some to them. Chichu was a tell said the Azur to what them. Touch man for you.
So just to No. So just to remember that right now, so we, it is in our hand. The future is in our hand. So we, so therefore, the best what we can do, something most beneficial is to cultivating a positive state of mind, and which, as we discussed before, that could be real saviors, real protection for ourselves. Is this Sunday coming Sunday?
Will Dharma. Will Dharma fasting.
So you're doing the reading out the Bodhisattva's way of life in this Sunday, coming Sunday. Yep.
Tuesday discuss.
Next.
Level 1.
So next Tuesday we have a teaching break for discussion. Now this one. Dunda jema so.
Ko sari yonju dan chese.
Now I come.
Ko so den.
Now.
Yeah. Then maybe 26 in the seminar. They have both. Very gentle one, very gentle one. Rap, nobody like rap. Harsh sippy, nobody like. You do harsh sippy, do the, set to, set to the shit and other thing, but I read
if you are, in the presentations or what the language that you use is also very important. Making sure it's not something harsh or abusive to any other, because such language it can be can really hurt badly to some people.
Right. That then that so then that
and also trying to be very respectful and humble in your presentations. You don't want to be, especially those who's been familiar with the topic for a long time. So they should not be undermining those who have a less knowledge, and that's
less of the time, not less knowledge. That hearing, less hearing. Somewhere hearing, more hearing. Parties less. Really, Lama Tonga said, somewhere hearing, very good hearing, party less. Somewhere not much hearing, very enthusiastic, nothing. Somewhere hearing, anything good, party is not really good. It's not quality, simple and tired. Get more at this in the Lama Tonga. Cafe, Tiba, I say, then you're then minutes. Kajan, Tiba Cherayama, then the Garachen, then they're more good. Kajan, Tiba, there, and Yolan, and keep on this. Is that Sibal Chua, you could use it there as you do.
So everybody's very different. So there are some who might have a good, like a knowledge, but they may be behind in practice. But there could be other who would have a
more hairy and more hairy than airport less airport.
Yeah.
So good hairy anything here, and parties not really scheme parties. Some people no hairy, no much, very enthusiastic.
Learning. Have a lot of learning.
I first time ever very in the day, no, my hair, I know. Yeah, that's